Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing a complete eyeshadow tutorial slash unfiltered review of the Sydney Grace Mel Thompson Retro palette rendition. So Sydney Grace did decide to release the rendition of Mel Thompson's retro palette, and they did it around the same time as the launch of the Natasha Denona Retro. I did purchase the Mel Thompson retro palette and I have it in here, and then I did add in a couple of other shades. So we are going to be using all of the Mel Thompson shades today to create an eyeshadow look. And if you guys want to see how I curated and added to this palette, keep watching. So if you guys like unfiltered makeup opinions and honest reviews, subscribe to my channel and let's get into this palette. I'm so excited for this palette. So excited. Mel Thompson had curated this palette and really come up with the design before she had passed away, and Sydney Grace, in her memory and in her honor, has this up on their site, and you can purchase the collaboration, I guess you would call it. It's not really a collaboration, it's just like in honor of Mel Thompson. So it is the curated palette that she came up with for the retro palette from Natasha Denona. This palette is full of so many beautiful nudes, pinky tones, and a lot of green shades. It's so pretty. And when I first looked at it, it totally reminded me of holiday, and I am kind of wondering if this is going to be the perfect holiday palette. I will link in the description box down below all of the links for Mel Thompson's palette. Now, a portion of the sales do go to Mel's family, which I thought was also really, really great. So let's create a look with Mel's palette, Mel's, rendition of the retro palette from Natasha Denona. Oh, it's so pretty. Say Christmas time, Christmas time, Christmas time is here. We are going to do more of a neutrally pink with some greens thrown in there. So just looking at the first 5 rows of shades here, these are what I'm working off of from Mel's rendition of the palette. We're going to take this shade right here. We're going to just put this all over my lid. This is the Sydney Grace shade Fairy Tale. Now I am using an Alter Ego number 5 brush to just lightly dust this shade all over my lid. All right, next we're going to use this shade. It is called Honesty. We're going to fluff this into just the crease. Same brush, Alter Ego number 5. It's got a little bit of definition in the crease. These are blending out really, really nicely. I've actually never tried the Sydney Grace formula before, so this is a completely new experience for me. And I think we're going to use some of the darker tones. So I want to do kind of a pinky, subtle, but kind of something I would wear for the holidays as well. And we're going to dip into this shade first. I'm going to use an Alter Ego number 10. This is an angled brush. I'm going to put this on the outer corner. This shade is Beyond from Sydney Grace. And just bring it up to the crease right here. And then I'm using the pointed end and just buffing this in a little bit. Then I'm just going to take a little crease brush. This is from Morphe, and I'm going to blend the edge right here. Just blend it into that pinky color. Now I'm going to take this green shade. This is called Turtle Bay. This is really pretty. It's a matte emerald green. Really pretty. I'm going to put this right overlapping the brown just a little bit, and then also more to the center of the lid. So we have a little bit of green. I want to incorporate some more of the pinks, so we're going to use this shade right here. It's very pretty. We're going to use Golden Rose. This is just a dry brush, so we're going to see how this works with a dry brush first. Put this right here, right next to the green. It almost comes off as like a purpley pink. Okay, so cleaned off this brush, and we're going to use like this minty, like green color right here, Cadet. That's okay. So we're gonna pop this in between the pink and the green, and then pat with my finger. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That is super pretty. It's a very like creamy shadow. Again, just using my shadow switcher, we're going to clean off my brush. And there's like a really beautiful, there's a really beautiful ballet pink color in here that I want to use for the inner corner. It is this shade, it's called Aim High. So we're gonna put this like inner corner region, kind of like amp up the look a little bit more. The brush is dry now. So we're going to inner corner and then blend this into that other pinky purpley shade. That is so pretty. And then just kind of mixing the pink with Aim High. And it really like opens my eyes up too. That's really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do the lower lash line now. So we're just gonna take a mixture of the brown and the green. This is an Alter Ego number 11. Number 9, this is like a gorgeous like smudging brush. So we're just going to take it. It is like completely free of shadow and we're gonna smudge. So we're gonna take Green Mist on the Alter Ego number 11 and we're gonna pop this in the lower lash like so. Alright, so here we have the completed look with the Sydney Grace Mel Thompson Retro Rendition. And I did add some shadows into the palette that I wanted to share with you because I just wanted to like add a little bit more. So I added these 8 shades in here and I wanted to give it a little bit more spice, and I think that this entire like rendition of the retro palette just from Mel Thompson is like absolutely stunning, and I wanted to add just a couple more shades to kind of like finish it off for my style, kind of like putting a little twist on it. I wanted a glitter shade in here because this palette totally reminds me of holiday time, of like glitter, glitz, glam. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the pinks and the neutrals and like the greens in here, but it totally reminds me of a holiday palette. I mean, I could wear this anytime, but like, especially with it being the Christmas season. So I added a glitter shade. This is from Colourpop and it is the shade Golden Age. So it's a very like glitter formula, very like bronze, which actually will go well with like some of these like bronzy shades in here, and I could really like glitz up an eyeshadow look. And then I also have this like emerald green. It's called Green Goblin and it is from Tara Moon's Cosmetics. Like, look how pretty that is. It'll look really nice with like these really beautiful green shades in here, and it'll really deepen up and do like a really great foil shade. And then I wanted a like matte, almost red brown instead of just like a true brown, and this one is called Cherry Cola. It is from Makeup Geek and it is a red brown, and it wouldn't be a eyeshadow palette without a multi-chrome in here, and this multi-chrome does a shift from a pink to a yellow to a green. It is from Divina and it's called Phobos. This shade is absolutely stunning, and especially with like some of these other darker shades, it's really gonna like pop. And it'll look really great with the mint green shades as well. And then I wanted to add a more like red shade, and this one is called Berry Shady from Makeup Geek. It's just more of that red shade in there. It'll look really pretty with like this pink shade up here. It'll look really good. You could do a really like berry pink eyeshadow look. And then I also picked out a really beautiful like berry foil shade, and this shade is called Lorena from Terra Moons. This is just a true foil berry shade, so like I can create like a really beautiful like reddish pinkish berry shade with that, with like maybe a pop of like green. And then I really wanted a pink, almost like duochrome inner corner highlight type of shade that's a lot like this shade up here. And this shade is from Davina. It's called Sweet Slush, and it's like a pink shade, but I think with like these other like pinky shades it'll look really, really pretty as like an inner corner, or even just like dusted over the lid. And then last but not least, I did put in this shade here. It is also from Makeup Geek, and it is called Vanilla Bean. It needed something for like a brow bone highlight, or something to kind of like help blend out some of these like deeper shades that are a little bit hard sometimes to get like looking really like smooth on your skin. So I wanted Vanilla Bean in here. Braxton's here. This curation from Mel, her whole rendition of the Retro Glam palette is just absolutely stunning. It could definitely be a Christmas palette. These are some of the shades that I did add, but I really feel like even if you just bought the Sydney Grace Mel Thompson rendition of the Retro palette, like you would be more than happy with this palette. It's very, very like Christmas feeling, but it also has like a little bit of that neutral thrown in there, so you can use it for like everyday looks. And the Sydney Grace formula, like I said, I'd never tried it before and I really like it. And they do like monthly bundles, so this is like their November monthly bundle. I don't know how long, if they're gonna have this like after November, but definitely grab it. It is a great collection, a great rendition of the Retro Glam palette, and you can actually organize it the same way that Mel had it in her swatches. So all you have to do is a Google search and you can see exactly how Mel had arranged it for all of these shades. But it is absolutely stunning. I think it's a holiday palette. I think it is the like best holiday palette that could have been released, and it is, you know, it's going for a great cause. It's part of the sales are going to Mel's family, and this is just, it's such a beautiful collection. It's a beautiful rendition of the Retro Glam palette. So thanks guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys like unfiltered makeup opinions and honest reviews, then subscribe to the channel, and I really hope I get to see you in my next video. Bye! Do you want to come say hi now?
Oh, hi!
Look how big he is now. He's so big. So cute. See, I'm cute.
I have a marble.
You have a marble?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like mommy's makeup?
Yeah.
You were pretty good watching mommy do her makeup, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wanted to be on camera, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.